then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over if you'd like to see help out. If not, vote for the other Biden.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
What's up, folks? How's it going? Welcome to Above It All. I have a $10 bill on my desk for no reason. Welcome to Above It All, 1,252. Pretty large number there, I have to say. But it's 1,252, and that's the day. That's what I'm doing. So, welcome, all of my precious users. All right. So yeah. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am definitely not feeling doing a longer show today. So I'm probably just gonna talk about the protests and other stuff adjacent to it. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? Just give me a little bit. David Feldman show tonight? Oh God. Is what? I mean, I guess I can, but how was Cooper yesterday? I mean, you know. I'm just looking for the things that I'm looking for. Like, just bear with me here, folks. I'm sorry. All right. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Check Discord occasionally. I apologize for not looking at Discord. As often as I probably could be, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, okay, so let's start the show in this fashion. Okay, Feldman wants me on tonight. What time? I'm so, like, Mila. Where's the fucking... Get Signal and start texting me on Signal. I have not been super responsive to other things, so Signal's the best bet. If I have / need a defense fund. Well, I mean, I will accept monetary contributions for that fund or for other related costs or that kind of stuff. I will accept that. I will definitely be incurring those costs. So yeah, feel free. Like, I mean, I don't, should I set something up specific? I don't know. I'll have more info later. We have to work that out. I've not been able to install Signal on my phone. Okay. Alright, okay, let me check my email. Whoa. Look at this nail, by the way. Look at that shit. That's a whole lot of fucked up. I'm not doing that just because it's my middle finger, but, like, seriously, look at that nail. It's messed up, man. Alright, what was I doing? Checking email. Fuck me. Every time I do that. Okay. Mila, did you send me emails from your phone? Please call me. I'm so sorry. I haven't looked at my email all weekend. Mila, please call me. Mila, please call. I'm so sorry. 28th. Okay. I don't know if I could get Linwood on. I can ask them. Like, I'm down to come on. I don't know if I can get anyone else on with such short notice. I am so sorry for, you know, not responding sooner. I'm so sorry. But I can act, like, what's the time? Gave me his email. Okay. The time is fine for them. I'm sure we could make it work. Just been a little out of it lately, you know. Either way, folks, let's get into the news. I apologize. We have to work out. Just keep me posted, Mila. And again, I apologize for being absent. Okay. So, yesterday, the governor of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, came to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, for discussions based on the protests that have been happening over the police execution of Andrew Brown Jr. And so the governor was scheduled to come down here before this week or last week's events with the sheriff's department, doing some things. But let's read from Wavy. Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Demonstrators in Elizabeth City say they have been receiving threats following a recent public social media post by the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Office. The latest follows as demonstrators continue to protest seeking justice and transparency for the death of Andrew Brown Jr. back in April. Back in April? That's... all right. On Friday, Sheriff Wooten posted a press release on social media detailing an alleged filing of a false police report, emphasis on alleged, regarding several residents in Elizabeth City. The sheriff's office said they initially received reports of residents being harassed and threatened on social media. In the mobile screenshots and images provided by the sheriff's office, the complainants claimed that a person posted their names on Facebook and another individual commented on the post with the phrase, "We have their names, let's get them." However, after further investigation from the sheriff's office, they say the complainant provided an, quote, inaccurate representation of the Facebook post. The full phrase originally stated, "We have their names, let's get them fired instead." Instead, interesting. I don't know what the instead of is in reference to, but Following further investigation, the sheriff's office issued the complainants with criminal summons. Mine is right there on the floor, where it belongs. On June 25th, the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Office posted the press release of the incident along with the names and information of the complainants on social media. Information means addresses. That I don't know why it just says information, not. Following the social media post, Pasquotank NAACP President Keith Rivers stated the protesters who filed the complaint are now receiving threats. That's correct. On Sunday, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper attended service at Mount Lebanon Zion Church in Elizabeth City to address concerns presented by the NAACP. After the service, the governor, along with local officials... My toenail just fell off. Oh, shit. Okay. It's just part of my toenail. We're good. I was just like scratching my foot and then it came up. Anyway, to address the concerns presented by the NAACP. After the service, the governor, along with local officials, including Attorney General Josh Stein, held a news conference followed by a march that began from the church. We wanted to come here today to make sure that people knew that we're doing everything we can to make the right kind of changes in our laws and our training so that we can avoid these kinds of incidents, said Governor Cooper. It's important for voices to be heard. Attorney General Stein added the importance and trust in the community. For us to have a real public safety, we must have trust between the police and the people they serve. And right now, we feel that trust is not as strong as it should be. Okay, Stein. I mean, again, the police, like, they are literally posting addresses of people that have been receiving death threats. And like that is beyond. Oh yeah, the trust could be stronger. Jack, like what kind of dumbass says, yeah, I know that the sheriff's department is publicly posting people's addresses. You know, public safety could be a little bit more trustworthy. The governor had previously shown support for the immediate release of the body cam footage in the connection with Brown's death at the hands of Pasquotank County deputies. We wanted to make sure the district attorney and the sheriff's department heard what the governor is saying in the attorney general, said Keith Rivers, the president of the Pasquotank County NAACP. So yes, them coming today did make a presence. Right now, we feel the trust is not as strong as it should be. And so we met with some folks, some local leaders who came to rally and asked us to have the trust could be better. Like, great statement. Anyway, you can read the rest of this if you want. You know, I'm glad that the governor and the attorney general of North Carolina are coming to help in whatever way they can. That being said, you know, they're not helping me immediately. I mean, I've had people send me threats. I've had people provide people with, threatening information. I've had people drive in my block that I've never seen before. I've had a lot of that kind of stuff happen. And so it's good to know that the governor and the attorney general are doing what they can. And so I hope that in 6 to 8 weeks, we can maybe have something done. I don't even know what I can barely comment on this situation without, yeah. So anyway, thanks a lot, Roy. Thanks a lot, Josh. I hope to see you again soon. That's all I got. Bodan, just go watch the last couple of videos. I'm not trying to, I apologize for my tone. I'm just saying, like, yeah, so, like, I'm not going to give you the rehash. I'm sorry. Let me open something. Here is a photo I took. This is my POV. This is my POV with Roy Cooper and Josh Stein. I was right there. That's what I got. So there's that. All right. I need fucking whatever. Okay, so let's begin. So yesterday was day 68 of protests, consecutive in a row protests over the police execution of Andrew Brown Jr. in the city of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. The march yesterday started from a church where Roy Cooper and Attorney General Josh Stein were meeting with protesters over safety concerns in regards to the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department releasing information in, names and addresses of protesters that have been receiving threats on social media and in person for the last 68 days. Now anyone and everyone who was and has been threatening them now has their addresses. So the governor and the attorney general did a press conference, and then we marched. I don't know where they were at this time, but they marched, or they didn't march, but we marched. And we have a really good sign here: genocide by status quo. Love that shit. So we went from this church all the way to Eringhouse Street, or is it road? Is it Eringhouse Road? Or I don't know. It's a road or it's a street, not to be confused with Road Street, which is just down the street. So we were on Eringhouse Street, and then we crossed over to go to the family, or to the house where Andrew Brown lived. And so this is some footage I got of a telephone pole, very conveniently placed. I think the march was pretty good. People were pretty amped up. People are pretty pissed off. People are pretty concerned. We had a good showing of people as well that showed up because the governor and the attorney general were coming. And so a lot of people came out for that, and that's good. I feel like that's a benefit. That's a net positive. And so we went from there, walking around the neighborhoods a little bit. And then we went back to the church, and that was seemingly the end of the protest. It lasted for about an hour. So if you want to know which house the deputies fired into, right there. So the protest was good. I wish that the governor would have marched with us. I mean, I feel like it's good that they did a press conference. It's good that they spoke with us. But I mean, again, I know there's a lot of people in Elizabeth City that are fearing for their safety right now, and are dealing with immediate, not next week, not in 6 weeks, not in fucking 12 weeks, not by the end of the next quarter. There's people in Elizabeth City that are fearing for their imminent and immediate danger and safety, and so again, I wish the governor and the attorney general would do something about that in the here and now, but they're gonna do what they can, folks. And so I just hope that when they eventually get the idea or the capability of doing what they can, that I hope that people aren't dead by then, because that would really suck. So today will be day 69. I'm looking forward to that. Yesterday was day 68, and again, the protests are not going to stop. They're not going to stop. So anytime soon, and we're going to go from there. So that's the idea. That's the gist. And that's the recap. That's what happened. Good stuff. Does anyone have any comments, questions, or concerns? Yo, this fucking fingernail, man. Look at that. Have you ever seen a fingernail that fucked up? Like, how does that happen? Like, how does this happen? This doesn't make any sense. What is that? I have no idea what's going on, but my fingernail's fucked up. Oh, I know, Felix. I know. Keep in mind, as I am directly wrapped up in this, there's a lot of things that I can and can't say. So, please keep that in mind. Normally, I'm a little unfiltered. I got a filter. I'm not gonna lie. There's a filter right now, so just bear that in mind. And I'm still very concerned with this fingernail. Like, the shape of this fingernail is bizarre. Anyway, if anyone has any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know. Am I okay? Sure. I guess I'm okay. Again, I've got 2 goals And that's attend every protest and do a show every day. So those are the goals that I've got. I've had a rough couple of days here, but I've still done a show every day and I've still attended every protest. And so, Bodan, I don't know how many ways I need to tell you. Just go watch the previous videos. Like I could say there are previous videos that you can watch. I can say videos exist that are clickable on demand and you can view them at any point. There are multiple frames with accompanying audio that will describe to the best of a capability what the situation is, and those are available for you to watch at any point, including now or an hour from now. And so yeah, there's videos you can watch. So if you need me to repeat that in another fashion, I can, but just, let me know. Okay. I hope the best for you. I mean, I hope the best for me too. So there's a lot going on. Look at these goddamn nails, man. We need to get you a mani-pedi. Sure. I've never gotten one before. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about, so. Alright, Bethany. A goal is a dream without a deadline? I don't care, Bodan. I don't care. It means nothing to me. It means less than nothing. It just pisses me off more than anything. So, I have not commented on it. I probably won't. There's a lot more that's on my plate right now. Media is fawning over it. Derek Chauvin, sentenced to 22 years, okay? What about every other victim of police brutality's killer? What about the other officers who stood there? The media is highlighting Derek Chauvin because they want people to think that the justice system works. It doesn't work. The justice system is a big honking failure. Every aspect is just ridiculous, evil, and corrupt. And so the idea that anyone is supposed to take that as a win outside of the family of George Floyd, yes, they can celebrate. But what else? Okay, Derek Chauvin's in jail. Okay. Reminder, the day after Derek Chauvin was found guilty, Andrew Brown was murdered in my fucking neighborhood, so. Bodan, I am not in the mood for what you're saying right now. I understand you're confused and, but whatever you're selling, not interested. But yeah, so again, my goals are twofold: to attend every protest and to do a daily show in the morning. And if those conditions are not met, the chances of my safety being compromised are very high. So if I show up, or if I don't show up, I guess, one of these days, feel free to check my social media. I might, say it's something later or whatever. So if I don't show up and there's no telling why I didn't show up, then be concerned. But, again, I'm going to be here every single day. And so that's the idea. A collection of dogs trimming your nails. Look at this goddamn dog. He's on the floor. Thoughts on Muppet Race Mania being run at ESA. Cool. Yeah, so again, I'm just gonna chill. If anyone needs to contact me, feel free to send me a direct message on Twitter. I'll try to reply to it. And if I don't reply, feel free to bump it, so that I see it again, because I've been getting a lot of messages. So, you know, there's a lot that I'm going through. But if you need me, you need me. Let me know. Mila, I'll try to get in contact with you later today. I apologize for the delay. There's a lot of catching up I need to do. I have not checked my email in so long. I barely have looked at mess up, but I'm gonna try to get through it. Be sure to take some time to recharge. I'll recharge when this whole thing is over. I've, ever since day 3 or 4, I've been convinced that I'm going to be out here every single day, no matter what happens. And I knew that something like this was going to happen. Now, obviously, the details surrounding it is something I didn't, consider too well. But I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing, because that's letting harassment and intimidation win. Bodan, I'm telling you this one more time. Please, for the love of... Anyway, folks, I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye-bye.